Okay, so for this design, what I'm doing is going for a tree with a nice big Y in it, if you can see that there. And then just kind of trying to put these around in a teepee shape around the tree and give as much space and as much angle as possible to let the grass, the moss, and the leaves be able to take hold without slipping off. So I've just started with a couple poles here, and I'm gonna add a few more and try to close this off and take it to the next level. Okay, so it's slowly starting to take shape. What I'm thinking about is putting my door here, and that's the entrance, and then just filling it out so it's almost like a big teepee or bell tent, like that one. Okay, look at that, it's starting to take shape. Let's see how big it is. See if we can go inside and take a look. Okay, so if you come through the front door, that's what it looks like. Lots of space. And we just need to keep closing it up, put some roof on, and we got ourselves a nice shelter. Okay, so what I've done is I've collected a lot of little birch sticks, and I'm gonna go ahead and fill in all the small gaps, try to make it as waterproof as possible before we start adding the final touches. From the back, almost completely done with putting the sticks on. So now we can start working on the roof. This is the front door. Okay, so there we go. I got my giant bundle of sticks. I'm gonna start applying them to the wall. Here we go. Okay, so I've got pretty much all the sticks on. I've left a little window at the top so we can have security and we can see out. Also, if you have a fire inside, the smoke can come out the top. And this is what it looks like from the side. As you can see, you can't use too many sticks. You really want to have a lot of support for your leaves. And you can't have too many leaves too. So when you put on the leaves and the sticks, go ahead and put on as many as you can, because you want this as waterproof as possible, as warm as possible. Okay, there you go. It's almost unrecognizable. You can't see the frame anymore, but it's in there. I'm gonna keep putting more leaves on, and then I'm gonna seal it with some moss, and it's gonna look really pretty. Okay, so what we've done now is we've collected a bunch of moss, and we're gonna go ahead and put that on the walls. So here we go. Okay, so this is what it looks like inside. It's pretty much finished. Just need to add a stove if you want to stay here long term. Got a nice soft ground that we can actually walk on with bare feet because it's so nice. Here's the front door. Come out. Look at that. Alright, so here's the back of it, and at night that would look like absolutely nothing. So all the sides have been completely covered in waterproofing and moss. Now we'll just see what this looks like at nighttime and try to add a stove. Okay, good morning. Yes, I'm wearing the same clothes because today is going to be a dirty day. I took a walk around and actually found a better source of clay to make my rocket stove. So, as you can see here, this is sort of like a bit of a road that people are driving down occasionally. And if you look closely here, you can see the cracks in the mud. That generally indicates clay because as it dries, it cracks. So I can just take large sections of this. It's already wet as well, so I don't even need to add water. This is perfect. I'm gonna load up, put it on my yoga mat, carry it over, and start making a rocket stove. So stay tuned. We're gonna make this place livable and beautiful. Mwah. One part. Yeah, that's solid clay. I'll show you in a minute. As much of this as possible. This might take a while. But this is actually some really nice clay. Look at that quality. It's actually better to use a stick. What's up, guys? I've got my clay and I'm gonna start making my stove. Got my safari hat because it's business time. Okay, I also found a nice pile of rocks in that clay pit and I'm gonna use that as a foundation just to get it off the ground and not have anything flammable sort of touching the ground. Okay, so here's what we have so far. You got your ventilation hole, you got your vertical feed, you got your chimney. You can put your pot on the top of here. Make that a little bit more level. Put your pot on top of there, you make your coffee or your food, you feed your sticks in there, and it should be good. Okay, so what you're looking at now is the stove is done, and we try to make a little table next to it. So what we did is we hammered in some sticks sideways. So these are lateral, and what we can do is lay sticks across it, make a table. I put these Ys, I hammered them into the ground, and basically just like this. Got a nice little table, as long as they're the right size. There we go. You got yourself a little table, so you can put your food, prepare, cook, whatever. A little cup. Bang. Welcome to the good life. Okay, so we got almost everything that we need to actually live long term in this shelter. Cooker, table, and the last thing it kind of needs is a bed. So I've got some of these birch trees about the same thickness. Got the yoga mat. I'm gonna use the yoga mat to gauge the length, cut them all the same length, put them inside, and it should be the final touch. All right, there it is. There's the bed, stove, coffee supplies, table, cooker. That's a bench behind there. What I've done is I've picked up the moss off the floor and I'm gonna put the moss back on top of the bed. So the reason why you want to put wood like this on the ground is because actually at night the ground will suck the heat out of you, so you want to be insulated and raised from the ground. These logs will do a great trick, especially with the moss on top and then the yoga mat and the sleeping bag. You'll be a happy camper. To the 5-star accommodation hobbit home. Okay, that's pretty much it. There you go, you got your elevated bed. This thing here, I haven't really explained, but this is for sitting while you're cooking. So you can tend your pot, add your sticks, get a bit of comfort so you're not on your knees. And when you're tired, lay down on your 5-star accommodation, hobbit home, self-sustainable bed. And then see where the sticks go in, ventilation, and we got ourselves a rocket stove. We can start cooking. And with any luck, the smoke comes out the hole at the top. Just like that. Pretty good, huh? Okay, so the clay is still a little bit wet, but with your first burn, this will harden up. What I'm going to do now is put 4 rocks sort of equally spaced so we can put our pot on top and still have the ventilation underneath. So basically something like this. You kind of push them down in. You want these to be as flat as possible. Okay, so try to put your pan on and get that, push it so it's flat. What happens is you now have the space there for it to breathe and it doesn't stifle the fire. Cook your food, got your table, prepare your fish with a natural leaf, whatever, and you load the sticks in like this, and then they'll burn and you can push them in further. And that's it. Just don't put too many in here because you'll clog the airflow. And that's it. Now you can live like a king. So after your first burn, it should harden up quite a bit. If you do have any cracks, just grab some more clay, rub it in the cracks. It'll be solid in no time. You can't expect a few cracks because it is clay. Clay likes to crack, but you can easily fix it by literally just adding a little bit more clay. And this will be waterproof. If it rains, no problem. This will be solid as a rock. Just don't burn it too strong because these wooden beams are just above it. Keep the fire low and it won't be a problem. If you have a real big fire, you're gonna have a real big problem. Thank you so much for watching. If this video gets over 100 likes, I'll make sure to do another structure like this, except for better, every time better. And potentially adding a hammock, a natural hammock inside here to get you off the floor. And experiment with different designs. So if you like that and you like this video, make sure to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and that will encourage me to make more. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Derek from Off Grid Secrets and Off Grid Camping. I hope you enjoyed this video.